Many representatives of Legal Armor only seek to generate leads through the normal course of their business and personal interactions with people. In other words, they talk to family and friends, they speak to business associates, and they network with the property owners in their area. Many are involved in professions that bring them in contact with property owners, and they simply want another option to offer their existing clients. If this describes you and your desires, we understand and will not seek to get to do more than that in which you are comfortable with. Many others want to build bigger than what is possible through casual contact. If this describes you, then you probably realize that you need to build a good lead generation system, one that consistently brings in high-quality leads for you to follow up with. Here are the 5 steps we'll cover in today's session. Know who you're looking for. Build your identity. Create multiple marketing methods. Create a system for each marketing method. And measure, manage, and celebrate. Take the time to build a database of potential members in your area. The larger the list, the more potential you have for helping people and earning money. Identify 2 categories of people. The first, property owners who are over-leveraged, facing foreclosure or in foreclosure. And 2, professionals and businesses that can refer you to property owners who need help. Ways to identify property owners. The first, property values versus loan amounts. It's relatively easy to determine areas in which property values have decreased significantly. A large percentage of these homes will likely be underwater or over-leveraged. Marketing in these areas will likely bear fruit. If you want to go that extra mile, you can even conduct title searches to find out how much is owed on each property. Number 2, short sale attempts. People who attempt to sell short are obviously over-leveraged and are looking to get rid of the property. Statistics tell us that the vast majority of short sale attempts do not result in a sale. Those who do accomplish a sale often wind up with undesirable results, such as a deficiency judgment. You can offer some education and some alternatives to these people. Number 3, foreclosure lists. There are many services from which you can buy lists of people in foreclosure. These people need to know about the options they have when in foreclosure, and they may be interested in Legal Armor. Number 4, from the courtroom. You can get a lot of information from your local courts about people who are facing foreclosure, in foreclosure, or facing a trustee sheriff's sale. Number 5, family and friends. Word of mouth goes a long way. Let all of your friends and family know about what you're doing, and you'll be surprised about how much information they can give you about people who need the assistance we provide. Number 6, networking and investment groups. There are many network groups and investment clubs that operate in your area and on the internet. They are full of people who own property that may be over-leveraged. Many of them are also facing foreclosure or in foreclosure. Some time spent networking can be very valuable. And number 7, have them identify themselves. There are many ways to advertise your services and bring people who need help to you. Signs, advertisements, classes, websites, mail pieces, and many other ways of advertising can serve to help you build a list of potential members. The best members will come from referrals. You need to build a significant referral network that can provide a steady stream of referrals. Think about people who are near to you, NEER. This means they have a natural, existing economic relationship with you or your targeted member. There are a variety of people who could refer you to potential members, so don't exclude any professional that works with your potential member. Even lawn care services and beauticians often know who is struggling to keep their home, but you obviously need to work on the largest potential sources of referrals first. These top-tier referral partners include active real estate agents and brokers, loan officers and mortgage professionals, real estate investors, including short sale investors, local real estate investment associations, accountants, attorneys, and investment advisors. How to build your referral network. Make a list of all categories of people who serve your potential members. Start with the list from the previous slide, but then feel free to expand the list to include any profession that may come in contact with people who are over-leveraged, facing foreclosure or in foreclosure. In each category, list the top 3 providers of the service in your area. You will ultimately want to reach out to more than the top 3, but you always need to start with the biggest and the best first. It does no good to spend all your time with non-producers and poor performers. They don't have as many people to refer. Make direct contact. Call them or go meet them. When possible, ask for an introduction from someone you know, but never be afraid to simply cold call them to introduce yourself. This can also prove helpful in contacting the movers and shakers in your area. An hour a day on LinkedIn, Facebook, or other sites can connect you to many good referral sources. Set up an appointment. It is preferable if you can meet them in person. A quick lunch at a local deli is often best. It's counterproductive at this point to try to wine and dine them at a fancy restaurant. Put them into your marketing and PR campaign. Regardless of whether or not you'll feel like they'll be a great referral source, they should receive from you a monthly mail piece and an email newsletter every couple weeks. Look for opportunities to network with them and refer business. Nothing beats receiving referrals like giving referrals. If you can stay in contact, refer business, look for ways to help them, and generally be a good contact for them, they will begin to refer business to you. At the meeting, remember to build rapport. Find out as much about them and their business as possible. You are interesting when you are interested. Be interested in them and their business. Ask how to refer business to them. Ask for articles to use in your meetings. A well-written article from each of your 10 different members of your referral network gives you plenty of material for a great client newsletter. Ask them for reciprocal links on websites. Invite them to be part of your lead groups. Offer to speak at their office meetings. Ask about networking opportunities about which they know, possibly groups they're members of, or meetings that they attend. Suggest joint marketing ideas. Let them know how to refer business to you. Take a moment to review this sample script. Click Next when finished. Many representatives have wondered about paying for referrals. Some have offered to pay for each referral. Our experience tells us that your best referral partners will not be those who are compensated in this manner. The best are those who refer business simply because they are seeking to help the client and they trust you will be able to help them. If you come in contact with a referral partner that would like to earn consistent money with each referral, that's great. Simply have them register as a representative under you with Legal Armor. They will get paid for every member they sign direct from Legal Armor, and you also get paid for the members they sign. You are helping them earn money while they are helping their clients. However, for those that do not wish to register as a Legal Armor representative and simply wish to refer their clients to you, it is certainly a great practice to thank the people who refer business to you. A thank you note with a gift or token of your appreciation is always appreciated and will prompt more referrals. The gifts could be things like Starbucks gift cards, gas cards, or other useful gifts. Our experience is that this type of effort bears more fruit than trying to arrange some sort of direct payment structure for your referral partners. Please note that if you do decide to pay certain people for referrals, you are responsible for their payment and any training and any tax accounting associated with those payments. Start building a database of all the potential referral partners in your area. Start contacting these people to let them know what you're doing. You'll be pleasantly surprised at how many referrals you'll get if you do this correctly. As you carry out the other steps, you'll need to work hard to build your identity. You must become top of mind in your area. This means that you are the first person thought of when people think about options when facing foreclosure. The more you are known and trusted, the more effective each of your other endeavors will be. Ways to build your identity. Determine your unique selling proposition and clearly state it in every sales situation. Develop and have ready sales collateral, including a website received from Legal Armor, listings on social network sites, business cards, flyers, brochures, and more. Get press. Publish articles in newspapers, periodicals, and newsletters. Become an expert on TV, radio, and other media. It's relatively easy to get press if you simply identify the publications and media outlets in your area. and then let them know what you're doing. Sometimes it's as easy as submitting a well-written article. Use direct mail and email. As you build your list of potential clients and your referral network, it's important to stay in contact with them through direct mail and email. Set up a bi-weekly education email that goes out to your list. Be sure to abide by all email laws when doing so. Set up a monthly education mail piece that goes out to your list. They need to see your name often. Speak at events. One of the best ways to develop your identity in an area is through public speaking. Commit to giving a couple of workshops or presentations a week, and you will have more leads than you need. Here are 2 ways to book speaking engagements. Speak to existing groups that are already planning to assemble. Promote your own seminars and events. How to set appointments with existing groups. Number 1. Write and practice a speech that has a lot of value and also introduces you and your products. Number 2. Make a list of all of the potential audiences in your area. There are hundreds. Number 3. Place a qualifying call to each group to find the name of the person in charge. Number 4. Call to set the times to speak. Use a good attention-grabbing statement. We'll talk about that more in the next chapter. And then ask when they hold their meetings. Persist until your schedule is full. Some will say yes, while others won't. But it's a numbers game. Keep calling until your goals are reached. Take a moment to review this sample script. Click Next when finished. How to set up your own seminars and workshops. Develop a seminar. Teach people what you know about your business and industry. Market the seminar. Use all of the usual methods of direct marketing, including telemarketing, joint ventures, direct mail, and advertising. Consider charging for the seminar. Free seminars tend to have a lot of people who register, but very few who will show up. Always ask participants to pre-register. If you ask them to simply show up and register at the door, you'll have a lower attendance. Give participants additional items of value with their registration, such as audios, videos, workbooks, or reports. Doing so usually creates better attendance. Don't try to sell the room. Instead, use your speaking engagements to set appointments. Here are some tips for setting appointments at your workshops. If possible, prior to speaking, place on each chair or table some information about you along with a pre-printed lead card. At the end of your presentation, ask, how many of you heard one idea today that you found to be interesting or important? Let me see a show of hands. You should lead them in their response by raising your hand. Say, good, because there's something you can do for me in return. Please pick up the yellow card that is on the table. If you will please fill out your name and contact information on the card, we'll use this card for a raffle in a few minutes. After allowing them a minute or 2 to fill out the contact information, say, once you have filled out the contact information, please do the following. First, I'm always looking for good places to eat. Please write in this space the name of your favorite restaurant. This is simply an icebreaker meant to relax them about filling out the card. Instead, you may want to ask them to provide you with any other information. Then continue. Second, I'm always looking for groups of people who need to hear what I have just shared with you. A good referral for me is any person you know who is in charge of or is simply a part of a group that I can speak to. Please write down the name of the group, the person you know in the group, and a phone number or other way to reach them. Finally, as I've already discussed, I specialize in getting help to people who are over-leveraged, facing foreclosure, or in foreclosure. Unfortunately, this means there are a lot of people for me to help these days. If you or someone you know have a need of these services, I would like to meet with you, schedule a time to talk about the situation, and see if I can help. Please check the box on the card that indicates you know someone who is in need of my services, and I will call you later to follow up. As soon as you've done this, please pass the cards in towards the aisle, because I'll use them to raffle. Put all the cards in a big bowl or bag that you've brought. Once all the cards are in, have someone draw out a card. End the meeting by thanking the audience and restating your mission and vision. Then tell them that if they check the box on the card, you'll be at the back of the room to schedule meetings and answer any questions they may have. Make sure you go through the cards later and send them all a thank you note. Call the ones that have referrals or have checked boxes. Add the appropriate ones to your database. There are hundreds of great variations to this method. Be creative. Keep the desired outcome in mind. You want people to interact with you and give you referrals and appointments. A great lead generation system doesn't rely on one or two methods for generating leads. Instead, it relies on multiple methods of marketing. Much like a building has multiple pillars that supports it. You need to choose 6 to 12 ways of generating leads that you can carry out each and every month. What follows are some ideas to get you started. The next 3 pages show 75 different ways people have used to reach their desired clientele. Go through each page, brainstorming and writing down ideas that will work for you. Choose between half a dozen and a dozen methods you can commit to each and every month. Click Next to advance through the next few pages. Your leads have front and back doors. Front doors are marketing methods and/or places where they have their guard up and are suspicious of you. Back doors are marketing methods and/or places that allow you to immediately connect with potential members. In your marketing plan, you need to look for and develop backdoor methods of reaching your leads. In other words, ways in which they invite you in. Use the back door as well as the front door. How to find the back door? Get to know your clients well and then answer the following questions. What do my leads do that would place them in an environment that is more accessible than simply calling them cold on the phone? Where would I find them where their guard is down? Are they active members of organizations? Do they subscribe to newsletters or advice services? Do they already trust certain types of lawyers, accountants, advisors, and other professionals? Do they have certain hobbies? Do they have family arrangements that would put them in certain environments? Are there certain people they admire, whose endorsement would open doors for me immediately? Are there certain types of information they seek out in such a way that it would put them in educational environments of one sort or another? Do they give time or money to charity or cause? Who else markets to them? Suggested top 5 marketing methods. Speaking engagements, seminars, and workshops. This marketing method gives you the biggest bang for your buck. It allows you to reach many people at once. If you give a great presentation to 3 audiences a week, you're very likely to wind up with plenty of leads. Appointments, visits, and calls to your network of referral partners. If you have many people referring clients to you, your business will take off. What would happen if every single week you connected with 10 or more people who can refer business to you? Signs. Place one on your car. Where legal, put them along the roadside, on fences, and poles. They will generate calls because there are plenty of people in your community who are stressed about real estate. Flyers, mail pieces, and door hangers. The response percentage may seem low, but it's inexpensive to deliver thousands of these marketing pieces. If you put out 1,000 of these to the right audience, you will usually get 10 or more calls. Networking events. In your community, there are dozens of networking opportunities every week. Attend just a couple a week and meet at least 10 people at each event. Out of these people, you'll find clients and referral partners. Create a system for each method. Each method of marketing should have a system, a way to repeatedly carry out the marketing method successfully. The best way to create systems is to learn to flowchart. A flowchart is simply a visual representation of a system. While there are many methods of flowcharting that can become fairly complex, we found that simply drawing a shape for each step in a process with arrows that connect it to the next steps will suffice for what we need. Once each system has been flowcharted, take the time to create a monthly marketing calendar on which you place each activity necessary to carry out your systems. The power of a flowchart is threefold. It allows you to track your effectiveness and begin to plan and predict what you'll need to reach your goals. It allows you to improve upon your system by accurately testing new approaches. Once your system has been flowcharted, take the time to improve each step in the system. It allows you to begin to manage your system rather than simply being the one who does all the work. You can begin to automate, outsource, or delegate certain steps in the system. Measure, manage, and celebrate. There's a numbers game in every opportunity to earn money, and this one is no different. Begin tracking the numbers. Find out how many people you need to speak to in order to set an appointment. Find out how many appointment leads to a referral. Find out how many referrals result in a client becoming a member of Legal Armor. Track how much you earn and when you earn it. In short, figure out the amount of effort required for you to earn the income you would like to earn. While you can structure your weeks to allow for whatever activities you deem to be the most important to your success, we would suggest that the following weekly goals be set: 3 speaking engagements and/or workshops, 2 networking events, 10 visits to referral partners, 1,000 mail pieces, flyers, or door hangers, 5 client appointments conducted, and 3 members signed. In conclusion, you should now be able to identify and speak to the 5 steps to any great lead generation system, which includes: know who you're looking for, build your identity, create multiple marketing methods, create a system for each marketing method, and measure, manage, and celebrate.